In the beginning of the episode, hello anime fans banished from the hero's party, we are shown the story of 3 years after the Evelyn continent of Demon Lord Tucson. We are shown that the Demon Lord had destroyed the entire 4 continents and half the continent was destroyed. Then we also see a girl in the scene who is fighting with Demon, and she defeats him very easily, and the name of this girl is Ruti Regense, who had received divine blessings from God. After this, we see the main character of the story who was collecting herbs in the forest, and he was currently in the border region of Zoltan, and this place is surrounded by unexploded mountains and barren area, and this place is isolated from the rest of the region. It is not very connected, and hence its value is also not very special, and that is why this place is developing at a very slow rate. And brother, this place is such where even criminals cannot earn their profits in such a place. Only saints or strange people come, and for this reason our main character says that this place will be perfect for him, so he comes to the Adventurers Guild, and by selling the herbs that were there in the hubs inside the Adventurers Guild, he gets 130 peril. We meet, and here we find out the name of our main character is Red. Then we also see the receptionist of the Adventurers Guild, whose name is Magra. Then inside the Adventurers Guild, we also talk to other people about hubs. They ask Red, is he collecting medicinal hubs again? Red says, what's wrong with that? That's what he does. One of the adventurers says, the copper one is no good. You should buy steel short. It has more value and a higher price. And the Takla adventurer next to him says, what will he do after buying it if he buys a new short and does not use it? Just like you, who is only for 100 off. Ed says that his dream is to open a pharmacy, and his goal is not adventure, but to live a slow life. Those adventurers are surprised to hear these words of his. Then after coming out, Red is thinking that he will need more points to open his pharmacy. They meet him outside. There is a boy Tanto who is taking lunch for his father, Kansi Kue. Tank is the one who said that Tanka has a talent for car pantries, but Tanko doesn't know what kind of divine blessings he has yet. Tank, he is sure that he will become a carpenter in the future, and he will build a house and give it to Red. Red says that he will definitely wait for it, and now asks Tantar about his divine blessings, but Red does not tell him about divine blessing. Tantalus want to keep it a secret, and asks Tantor to visit their stores so that people can give advice to Red about some of his medical stores. After that, Red leaves from there. Then we are told that all the living things, everyone has their own divine blessings, and this power is given to all the people by God, and people are also guided to live their life, and these powers are called divine blessings. All the people have some divine blessing. There are blessings which we know as skills, like soccer, martial artist, hunter, warrior. A warrior gets combat skills like physical boost, agility boost, endurance boost. Similarly, the divine blessings that a soccer player gets. His skills include magic boost, magic protection boost, and memory boost. And after this, Red leaves from there, and he is thinking about his past in bed at night, where in the evening party, a party member named Eris calls him alone on the balcony. Red asks Eris, why have you called me? Then he throws a copper sword at him. Eris creates a barrier, and he asks Red to cut this barrier with that sword, but Red could not understand. What does this guy want to do? Eris says, are you afraid of proving your power? And here we get to know Red's real name, which is G. Don't. And here in the present, he was living under the name Red. After that, Red tries to cut that barrier, but fails. Eris tells that there are many martial arts and magics that can cut this barrier very easily, but Red could not do it. Says that if he had Thunderwaker Blade been there instead of Copper Blade, he would have done it very easily. Eris says to Red, then the power of Thunderwaker Blade is yours, and anyone can use the power of Thunderwaker by holding it. Eris says to Red, that one, not a real comrade. A real comrade fights with others while controlling himself. Even in the last fight with Desmond, Keaton was not able to keep up properly, and because Keaton's sister Roti was covering for him. That's why they were at a disadvantage against the enemy. Eris says that Keaton is now just a burden to them. Tonus has divine blessings that allow him to raise the power levels of adventurers, and Gaeton's divine blessings are the reason for this. He had a power since birth, but now Keaton can't help him because right now Ruthie and the other members are far ahead of his level, and that is why there is no reason for Keaton to stay with them now, says Gaeton, that he is still trying to be as useful as possible to those people, to which Eris replies that these are just your excuses, and that a hero who has divine blessings cannot leave his comrades behind, and neither can he. Only he can leave them behind. Eris says that if he doesn't want to be a burden on his sister, he will have to step down on his own. Keaton says that he is the vice captain of Mahmud's Knight, and Eris says that he is a warden, so if he goes goes home because of this, then Keaton's image will be tarnished. And that is why he asks Eris to tell him that Gaten went alone in search of Demon Lord's army and never came back. And Eris also agrees with this, and he talks about leaving his equipment behind because he was the one who bought it for him. And after this, he named himself Red. And here Red is worried about Ruthie, but then he thinks that worrying about Rudy is pointless because he can't do anything for her right now as he is still a week old, and neither has he got any big success yet, and he is not even risking his life in Satan. His life is like this, and it is his other life in a way. And with this thought, Red falls asleep, and then in the next morning, we see that Red's divine equipment does not give him any unique skill, but he has many common skills which no one can also acquire, and one of those skills is survival skill, with the help of which he can survive in dense forests and mountains without getting lost. And he can also identify many different medicinal hubs, and then suddenly an owl appears on top of the raid, attacks him, but he easily escapes and goes to the tree, and the owl bear is not able to even find him. Red thinks that he is not in the hero's party yet, hence he avoids him to fight, and after this, Red meets the skill receptionist and some adventurers. He asks what happened, and they tell that some red owl bears have been seen on the mountain. Then one of the adventurers named Albert shows him down and calls Red D rank, and Albert was a B rank adventurer here. Red asks him, "What do you want?" He says that Red specializes in collecting hubs in the mountains, and that is why Red has more knowledge about the mountains, and now he wants to help that owl bear. They are going to kill, but they don't know much about the mountain, so they want Red to guide them. Albert says that he doesn't want to waste his time just for an owl bear, and Red says that he can do this thing. Everyone is surprised by the fact that I am not very interested. Albert says that there is a good chance for him to make a track record. It will be beneficial for Red. It is also possible that he may get promoted to C rank. Red says that my dream is to open a pharmacy and I want to spend my life in peace. On this, Albert does not say anything and remains calm. Then the skillful receptionist says that if he supports her, she will definitely promote him to C rank. Red says that she has no interest in rank promotion. Then she accepts the receptionist and they leave from there. Red is thinking that people should not know about her real identity, so it would be better that she does not stand out. And then in the next scene, we see that the hero Ruthie has single-handedly killed a lot of Demon Sons. Then she is missing her brother, and then after this, we see Red, who got 90 perils today after escaping from the hubs. And if he continues like this, it will take him about half a year to open his store. Then he gets the result. He says that Tanta is having high fever, and the doctor has said that Tanta is suffering from white eye disease. Has happened, and after this, Witch Raid takes it to Tanta where he observes it. After observing the raid, he says that this is an early sign of white eye disease, and if it continues like this, then he can become blind, and also tells that he has to be given medicine as soon as possible. The doctor says that due to the breakout of this disease, there is a shortage of medicine at the place. Red says that he has cocoa leaves, but the problem is that he does not have blood needles, and at this time blood needles grow on the mountain. Red knows that going to the mountain is a dangerous risk. Hoga is the only one who can help them, and then he requests Red to bring him blood needles. Red thinks that the mountains are off limits, and if he breaks the rules, then the adventurers can ban him. Ed says that he will do this job for them not as an adventurer, but as a friend, and he asks them to keep this a secret from the guild. And after this, Red quickly uses his speed mastery and stamina mastery to take hubs and climbs the mountain. After reaching the place, he smells a strange smell and comes to know that Albert's party has used fire magic, and due to this, the entire forest has caught fire. So he quickly collects the blood needles without wasting time, and he is thinking that he cannot extinguish this fire alone. If only he had Ruthie and the members with him. Then the same owl bear comes in front of Red. He sees that he understands that Albert's party must have injured him. Then that owl quickly attacks him, but he kills him with his copper shorts. And after this, Albert's party finds the same owl bear, where Albert is thinking something after seeing the wound of that owl bear. When he asks what happened, Albert says nothing. Then they leave from. Then we see further in the scene that Tanta had got medicine on time, and due to this, now she is not in danger of blindness. Then all those people, let's thank Red. Then we can see who is a little angry because of those people, the blood needles got burnt a little. The doctor says that if an adventurer like Red opens his own pharmacy, then all the troubles of Gelata will go away. The doctors will be very happy. The doctor tells Red that if he opens his own pharmacy, He should not forget to contact the doctor because he will be his top customer, who asks Red to stay for dinner, but he says that he will have to wait for a while. We have to stop by and monitor him. Then we see that he was only able to collect 1 packet of blood kneaders because his divine blessings are limited, and despite all the common skills being maxed, Jude was only able to collect this much. He thinks that maybe that's why he was kicked out of the party. Just then Kanze comes calling Red from behind and thanks him again. He says that he is very happy that he came into wealth. When Red talks about his reward, Kanze says that he can ask for anything as per his wish. So now Red and Kanze start talking about the same after this 4 months pass, and a new girl had joined the guild whom everyone called Red the heroine. And after that, the girl Gil goes and starts talking to the receptionist, and they both knew each other. When she asks her about the receptionist's dress, she tells that someone she knows has invited her to the celebration, and after that, she writes to her guild. Report gives it to him and asks him about that celebration. The receptionist tells that it is a housewarming party of an adventurer named Raid, and she also tells about Raid's achievements. Then Raid starts thinking about the same. Receptus asks him what happened, and he says nothing. Then after this, we see that Red has opened his pharmacy, and which Queens and Tanta have helped him in this. Tanta has designed the store of Red, made it, and this was also the reward that Tanta had asked for from Goje. Raid had paid for the construction material, and his labor was also completely free, so the matter was finalized, and after that, Raid also talked to the doctor and made such a promise. He had said that he would be his first customer. Then Red also listens to the words of the 3 adventurers who had successfully defeated Gonda's army, and that the Harrow's party will soon defeat the Demon Lord as well. They say that as long as the Harrow Rudy is with them together, the world is safe. And then Gon is asked to come and give a speech to Red, and he thanks everyone for fulfilling Red's dream. And then he invites everyone to come to his store, and this is how his slow life begins, and this is where the episode ends. If you liked the video, then like the video and subscribe the channel for the next episode. And to see the more anime, click on the video shown on the end screen. We will meet in the next video. Bye bye.